Hey, what's up guys, Fantasy Monkey here, back with another waiver wire hustle video, and in this episode we're going to give you 5 players we think you should target off the waiver wire for week 13. These are going to be a mix of players who should be available in most leagues and have the potential to help your team out. Also, if you're new to the channel and are finding these videos helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. But anyways, with all this being said, let's hop into the video. To kick this off, my first waiver wire suggestion is Craig Smith of the Boston Bruins. The right winger has been moved up onto the top line in Boston alongside Spurgeon and Brad Marchand, and with the upgrade he's exploded offensively. In just his last 5 games he has put up 7 points, where 6 of those have been assists. He's also been averaging close to 15 minutes of ice time a night, and sees time on the second power play unit, so his usage is good. Smith's exposure to those top guys in Boston makes him an intriguing pickup, and I suggest you add him since he's been hot. Boston plays 4 games this week as well, so there's value there if you're trying to maximize your games for your matchup. Smith is only 13% rostered, so for those of you in a deep league, go ahead and add him. My next pickup suggestion is Jesper Bratt of the New Jersey Devils. As Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac were shipped out of New Jersey, some players in New Jersey have now gotten more usage and received an even bigger role than they had before. Bratt is one of those players. He's currently the right winger on the second line and has also slotted into the first power play unit. He's been averaging around 16 minutes of ice time a night all season, but in the past few games he's seen an increase to around 18 minutes. He's also been playing exceptionally well recently. In just his last 4 games he has put up 6 points, so it's safe to say he's been kinda hot. Bratt is worth taking a risk with here, especially for those in deep leagues. He's only 16% rostered, so he should be available to most of you. Ride him while he's hot. I also want to mention that he plays 4 times this week, which is added value if you're looking to stream him. Next up, I recommend adding defenseman Spurgeon of the Minnesota Wild. The veteran defenseman has been pretty good as of late. In his last 10 games, he has recorded 9 points. Although he hasn't been good all year, I'm suggesting him right now for a couple of reasons. First, Minnesota has a nice schedule for the rest of the season here, which is good for fantasy GMs who have players from there. He plays 4 games this week and next week. He also has solid usage as he averages around 22 minutes of ice time a night. And finally, he's quarterbacking the top power play unit in Mini. If these aren't good enough reasons for you to add him, I don't know what is. He also offers some decent peripherals as well, mainly in terms of blocks and hits, but to be honest with you, it's nothing crazy. Spurgeon is 41% rostered, so if you're looking for a D-man who is on their team's top power play unit, Spurgeon should be a good add for the coming weeks. Next up, I recommend adding Chandler Stephenson of the Vegas Golden Knights. Just to remind you, this guy is Vegas' top center and is only 13% rostered. Oh, and he also plays with Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty, while also being on the top power play unit in Vegas. So yes, he's somewhat been slept on. Stephenson has 22 points in 34 games and is definitely worth a look here for the rest of the season. His usage and exposure to top players is really good, and Vegas has a nice schedule to end the season here. He has 4 games this week and next week against some weak teams in their division. He averages between 17 and 18 minutes of ice time a night and has recently come back from a 3-game suspension, so he should be fresh. He's center and left wing eligible, and I suggest you add Stephenson if you're looking for a forward here to add for your fantasy playoffs. He could be a steal for you, especially if Vegas has some high scoring games against these weaker teams. And my final pickup suggestion is Kevin Labanc of the San Jose Sharks. Labanc has been pretty good as of late. He has 4 points in his last 3 games, and for the season he has put up 24 points in 39 games. Although nothing special, he has been looking good more recently. The nice thing about Labanc is his usage and exposure. He plays on the top line with Couture and Kane, while also being on the top power play unit. I think these are 2 good reasons to snatch him up. He averages around 17 minutes of ice time a night, and he's only 12% rostered. So if you're in a pretty deep league, take a look at him. It's also nice that the Sharks play 4 games this week. Labanc is also dual eligible on the wing. He's a good streamer option in my opinion. So if you're looking to maximize your games this week, I suggest you go ahead and add him. He could help you out. And that's it for this week's episode of Waiver Wire Hustle. Remember to tune into next week's episode, and if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and post your comments down below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.